Hi, welcome friends to section 1, topic 3. We have already completed our two topics on introduction to EPCM and its key components and overview of EPCM industry and its various sectors. Now we are going to learn about topic 3. The topic 3 is about who are the stakeholders in EPCM. We will also understand the overall project lifecycle of EPCM. Let's understand the overall project lifecycle of EPCM with the help of an interesting example. Imagine that a giant oil producing company wants to build a complex refinery. What do you think? Can an oil producing company build a refinery on its own? The answer is no, it cannot. Because, as you might be knowing, that the oil companies are master in refining the crude oil and processing it to make usable petroleum products. But they are not masters in building a refinery. So let's understand how they solve this challenge. Here, the oil company who wants to build the refinery will be called as owner or client. The refinery which this company wants to build will be called as project. The owner will define three factors to draw the project outlines. The first key factor is time. Project completion date is defined by the owner. They will do this based on the various factors like business needs, contractual obligations, and complexity of the project. The second key factor is quality. It is defined by the project specifications, industry standards, and regulatory requirements. The third key factor is budget. Budget for a project is defined by owner after approval from the investors like bank or other financial institutions. It's essential to be realistic in defining these factors to ensure that the project is completed on time, within allocated funds, and meeting the desired quality. Now, after combining all these three key factors, a legal document is created called tender. This tender is publicly announced and invites bids from all qualified and approved EPCM companies. These EPCM companies are called as contractors. These EPCM companies then submits the bids or proposals to owners. The owners then evaluates the proposal from various contracts based on the parameters like experience, technical competence, pricing, and schedule. After negotiations and discussing terms and conditions, the project is awarded to selected EPCM contractor. From this stage, the execution starts. Now the role and responsibility of EPCM contractor is crucial for the success of the project. Now let's understand the upcoming activities. After winning the project, now the EPCM contractor starts the activities like identify the scope of work and dividing it into small work packages. These work packages will be awarded to each stakeholders in the project. The first work package are like small turnkey projects which are the bits and pieces of the main project. For refinery plant, civil construction, procurement, and engineering are some of the subcontracts. Sometimes these are the children companies of the EPCM company. They are called as subcontractors. The second work package is for buying purely equipments and products required to build the refinery plant, which is bought from manufacturers without the setting up services. They are called as vendors. The third work package is for purely services and consulting work. It will include services like project management, legal, and safety services. Now that we have understood the basics of project lifecycle of EPCM, now it's the time to understand how stakeholders are connected to each other. We will understand this with the help of a stakeholders map. Our first stakeholders in this map are client or owners. These are the oil companies like Shell and British Petroleum who want to build the refinery. They are some of the biggest companies in the world. The next stakeholders are investors or financiers. These banks or financial institutions like HSBC and Citibanks will be funding the whole project. They will be regularly kept informed about the progress and risk of the projects. Generally, it is the responsibility of the owner to deal with the investors directly. The next stakeholders are EPCM contractors, who are the largest stakeholders of the EPCM project. They are large EPCM companies like Petrofec and Saipem. They are responsible for all the stakeholders which are coming under their commands, like vendor, subcontractors, and services. Vendors or suppliers like pump manufacturers like Grundfos, instrumentation suppliers like Emerson, and electrical equipment vendors like GE will provide the equipments for building the refinery. Subcontractors are the companies working in construction and engineering fields like the companies Bechtel, Samsung Heavy Engineering. Services or consultants are the companies who are master in project management and legal consulting. They are companies like Deloitte and McKinsey. There are some other stakeholders as well, like local community who is consulted for any issues related to environment or the well-being of the surroundings. The last stakeholders are the government agencies like WHO and other local agencies who gives the approval for the project to be constructed at the site. Managing investors is total responsibility of owner, and managing local community and government is joint responsibility of owner and EPCM contractor. It is must for the successful execution of the project. With this, we end section 1, topic 3. Thank you for watching. See you again.